Welcome back, everybody. We got another battle report for you today. 2,500 points. We're playing the Big Guns Never Tire mission with Hammer and Anvil deployment. We got my Space Wolves versus the Dark Angels down there. Grudge match of the week. We'll walk you down the armies first to cover the Space Wolves. We have Logan Grimnar. He is the Warlord. He is leading 4 Terminators. Those Terminators are from the Champions of Fenris formation. We have 2 with Thunderhammer Storm Shield and 2 with dual Wolf Claws. They have a fast attack drop pod that they're going to be riding in with a Deathwind missile launcher, and that does it for that squad. Also from Champions of Fenris, second Elite's choice is the Dreadnought here with a Great Wolf Claw, a Heavy Flamer, and a Multi-Melta. He's also Venerable, and he is in a drop pod with a Deathwind launcher. Let's see what else is from that formation. Also, our HQ is here with these Blood Claws. We have Ulrich the Slayer there in black. That makes up that formation, or that detachment. The second detachment is a combined arms detachment coming from Codex Space Wolves. We have, for our HQ, a Rune Priest. He has a Runic Staff, Mastery level 2, and he has the Socket Hood in addition to that. He's running with 6 Long Fangs. We have 5 Las Cannons, and then the Ancient has been traded out for a Wolf Guard. He has a Terminator Armor, Storm Shield, and a Storm Bolter. We also have a Storm Wolf Gunship. It has Multi-Meltas on the side. We have 2 groups of 10 Grey Hunters. They have extra close combat weapons, dual Melta guns, and Power Fist, Combi Melta on each one of the squad leaders. They have drop pods as well, and it's worth noting all 5 of the drop pods have Deathwind launchers rather than keep saying it. We also have 2 6-man squads of Grey Hunters. They have a plasma gun, no other upgrades, and they're mounted in Razorbacks with las cannons and twin-link plasma guns. 2 squads set up that way. And then finally, we have the 9 Blood Claws with Power Maul and a Flamer, and then they have their Wolf Guard leader there with dual Wolf Claws, and they are joined by Ulrich in their drop pod. We'll be right back with the Dark Angels half of the force. Alright, my Dark Angel opponent, we have Belial as the Warlord. He has a Thunderhammer and a Storm Shield, and he's running with 5 Deathwing Knights. We have 2 groups of 5 Ravenwing Black Knights, and then we have 2 groups of Terminators. We have 5 here, riding in this Land Raider. It's also worth noting they have a command squad with a Standard of Devastation and the Knight of Caliban. We have another squad here with an Assault Cannon, and they are also in a Land Raider Crusader. Then we have a Whirlwind and a Nephilim Jet Fighter with the Twin Las and Twin Heavy Bolter. So that's my Dark Angel opponents, and we will be back after we have set up the board, or after we have set up our armies. The objectives, we're playing 3, like I said, Big Guns Never Tire. We have 1 there in the crevice of the rock. We have another here in the Citadel ruins. And then our 3rd objective is down here. So that's it for the table. Once we have setup completed, we will be back and let you see the seas roll. Alright everybody, deployment is finished. We got Deathwing Knight, or Ravenwing Knights on either flank, the 2 Terminator squads in their transports, and the Whirlwind on the table. The command squad and Belial Belial's going with the Deathwing Knights. The command squad is deep striking also, and the Nephilim Jet Fighter is obviously still in reserve. For the Space Wolves, a little more sparse deployment. We've got the Rune Priest, who rolled Foreboding, Forewarning, and obviously gets Presence because he stayed on Divination. Their pack leader and the Long Fangs, and then we've got the 2 5-man or 6-man squads back in the corner here. So that's deployment. The Dark Angels are going first as of now, but the Space Wolves will attempt to seize the initiative, and they do not. So we will be back after Dark Angels turn 1. Dark Angels turn 1 has wound up. Deathwing Assault, the Terminators and Belial land down here next to the Long Fangs and the Grey Hunter packs. The Bikes take the hill. They fired Plasma Talons at my Long Fangs. The 2 hits they scored bounced off my shield, and one of them melted from a Gets Hot. These guys were out of range but moved to check that objective, and the Land Raiders were also out, so they made flat out moves. These Terminators made a Deathwing assault and deep struck in back here. So nothing much happened. Whirlwind was just out of range. Unfortunately, the Dark Angels killed more Dark Angels than they did Space Wolves. So we will be back after the Space Wolf drop pods arrive and let you see how things are panning out. All right, Space Wolf turn 1 has just ended, and it was murderously effective. The Deathwing Knights, you'll notice, are down to one guy, and Belial. Belial has taken a wound from a crack grenade to the knee. So all you Skyrim fans out there can chuckle at that one. The Melt-A-Gun fire here, however, did not go as well. Did not go to plan. Knocked a whole point out and busted a Storm Bolter off of this one, or a Hurricane Bolter, and shook this one. So at least we limited their fire, but not a ton of damage there. We dropped Grey Hunters here and Grey Hunters here, and then finally we dropped Logan and his Terminators back here. The Deathwind launchers, however, also did very well. They knocked out, one of them knocked out 2 Terminators, but the other 2 couldn't manage to improve on that. So we got 2 Terminators and 4 Deathwing Knights and 2 whole points from Land Raiders. So not a bad turn. We will be back after the Dark Angels answer and let you see how turn 2 is rolling down. The Dark Angels have answered with the nonsense for my turn 1. They have had their nonsense for turn 2. These guys charged, blew that up. Notice all my long finger and my Rune Priest are gone. These guys hit with every single shot, wounded with every single shot, and I failed my first 3+ invul on the long fang pack leader. So they are wiped out. These guys behind the Grey Hunter here, or behind the Land Raider here, they dropped out and assaulted me. Scored 2 hits on Overwatch and wounded, one of which was AP1, but no result. The pack leader did get a couple of guys, but I was wiped out ultimately. Down here we're still locked in. Rolled pretty well here. Got 2 Terminators and lost 3 Grey Hunters. He rolled pretty poorly in return. Logan drew most of the fire. He took 1 wound and his Terminators are intact. So we will be back after Space Wolves turn 2 to show you how this carnage thing here in the middle has turned out. The Dark Angels have apparently become invincible. All 5 of these guys are still here. We shot them with this Predator, or this Razorback, and Ulrich and his drop pod, full of blood claws, and did nothing. We did get 2 of these. They passed their morale check, and the other small squad down here killed Belial's last guy, and Belial still got 2 wounds. The Storm Wolf came on and fired its Hellfrost cannon here. It jinked, and I did nothing. We did destroy the Land Raider with the multi-meltas and the las cannon. Logan and his guys went in here and killed the Standard of Devastation and the 2 guys with him. We traded 2 more Grey Hunters for another Deathwing Terminator there, and that combat continues. And then over here we stunned the Whirlwind with the Dreadnought when he came in. So it's still a close game. The Dark Angels just absolutely refused to fail any saves that turn. I think he failed 1 out of about 15 2+. So the Deathwing came to play today. They didn't want to just lay down and die. That is it for turn 2. We've already taken some serious casualties for it to only be turn 2, but that's where we're at. We will be back after Dark Angels turn 3. The carnage continues. Down here, the last Terminators there fired on Logan and charged in. They were able to kill one of the Wolf Guard Terminators with Wolf Claws. But Logan hacked the other 2 down. No, Logan got 1, the Wolf Claws got the other. Here we managed to knock 1 more guy down. He whiffed on all of his attacks, and we killed another one with the Power Fist. So he's got 1 Terminator left there. The bikes here charged in, and they got a couple of guys knocked a wound out of Ulrich with their Plasma Talons and their Corvus Hammers. Everybody here whiffed, including Ulrich, except for the Champ. The guy with the dual claws, he killed 2 bikes. Down here, we managed to knock another hole in Belial as he charged in, but they both made it in, killed 1 guy. Belial missed with all 4 attacks. So, gong show combat there for his leader. The Nephilim had jinked, so it missed when it fired on the Razorback. So, that's where we're at. We will be back after Space Wolf turn 3, and let's see how things are shaping up. Alright, as turn 3 comes to a close, the Dark Angels are going to call it there. We got in here with the Dreadnought and wrecked the Whirlwind, so next turn we will have that objective. Logan came in and finished the very last of the Terminators there, and the Stormwolf came down into hover and knocked this to 1 point and destroyed its assault can, or its multi-melta. This thing moved up 12, snap fired here and got 1 hit through but did nothing. We did power the Machine Spirit, the Stormwolf's overhead gun, the Hellfrost cannon, and it came to a hit that stunned this thing. We actually immobilized it, but it passed its crash and burn test. In this little corner, we dogpiled with the last of the Grey Hunters, and we were able to bring Belial down. We caused 2 wounds, and he rolled 2 1s, so he is down. The biker did manage to kill 1 guy though, so it was a drawn combat, and these bikes were wiped out. Ulrich killed both of them with his Crozius. So the Dark Angels are going to call it there. We had a fun game and an absolute bloodbath down to the end. Good rolls and bad rolls for both of us. So that's what a good game makes. Check the link to the blog as always. We will have army descriptions there and after action reviews to give you our thoughts on what went right and what went wrong. So thanks for watching as always, guys, and keep watching because we will have some more in the very near future.